Hi, boys and girls, it's Miss Mulligan. Today we're going to do something kind of fun. I'm going to have you get your hand out like this and look at your thumb right here. The next finger is called your pointer finger, and you're going to be using that today as a guide. So it's kind of like pretending you're following with me, and I want you doing that just to get your brain moving and your hand movement and kind of more of a hands-on approach today. So repeat after me. I can. I can. Know what? Know what? Direction to go in a book. In a book. And the book I picked today is this one. It is called, let's get our hand ready. Notice how I'm giving you a hint. There's my spine, and I'm right here. This is my first letter in my title. And remember, I have one word, two words, three words, four words. And I picked this book out specifically today because it has a word. And in a title, when it stands by itself, when it makes up a sentence, this is called a title or a sentence or a chain of words. This is a letter. You are right. It is a letter, but it's also a word, okay? And two of those letters can be words in our alphabet. This can be the word A or the letter A, but when it's chained together with words, it's usually a word. This is the other one, I, capital I. I cannot look like this alone. It just can't. When I stands by itself, it's always big, capital, always. These are the two letters that can be words in the alphabet. And if you ever see an I like this alone, like this, it's not an L when it stands by itself. It's an I. It's just a different type of font. And you'll see that sometimes the print looks a little different because they're using a different type of print. Okay? But when that stands by itself and it looks like this, it's not an L. It's an I. Like that. A capital I can look like this too. It looks like the L, but it's not when it stands by itself. And we'll go over that again and again in the early stages. So now I know this is the word A or up. We say it either way. Up in a tree. Up in a tree. 4 words. 1 word, 2 words, 3 words, 4 words. And I go which direction when I read? Get your pointer finger out. This way. Now I wonder what happens when there's more print down here. I'm going to have to figure out which direction to go. That's where I'm going to put you to work. All right? Let's read it with me. Up in a tree. Which direction? Point. Very good. We're going to turn the page by Joy Cowley. Up in a tree. If I start here, which direction do we go? That way or this way? Everybody point. That way. This way we read. Up in a tree. We don't go this way, do we? That is a misconception. We go, find the first letter, and go this way. Then we need to come back to do it again. Up in a tree. Check it out. What is that? This is the word bird. It matches the picture. This word matches that picture bird. Tree. This is a tree. I just put these little words because I like to teach that print goes with pictures right away. It's a strategy. And I bet it's in our print on this side. Oh, I see bird. I see the word tree we just saw. I saw bird in the print and I saw tree. Now, I've got to figure out where to start. Oh, we start at the top. There it is. We don't start at the bottom when we read. We start at the top. So we look at the top and we go down. We find where we start on this side. And we go this way. Then we sweep and we go back. Right? Then we sweep and we go here. And then we go back and we sweep and we go here. So every time we call it a sweep, watch me sweep. Get your pointer finger out and do it with me. This direction, I'm done. Come back. Find the other one down below it, the next word. Go that direction and stop. And then I'm going to sweep. Find that first word. Keep going over. Stop. Keep going down. Find that first word again, right there. And we stop. That period means to stop. There's no more. That's the end of our sentence. Now we have a little dog, and I match the word with the picture. Dog. Dog. He wants to go up the tree. Oh. Now look at all the print. Look at all the text. Where do I start? Look at the top. Find the side on this side. Where do you think we start? Do we start here? Because I checked up here and I went down. Up is our first word. Up. Up. Let's see if we can find our last word. Where do I go next? We need to sweep. Find the start. Sweep. Stop. Period. Last word. Me. First word. Last word. See the period right there? That gives me a clue. That's my last word. First letter is the letter capital U. Whenever we start a sentence, we start with a big letter, a capital. Wonder where the last letter is. First letter. Sweep to find the last letter in the whole sentence. Is that it? No. It's by the period. The last letter is E. Last letter. See it right next to the period? That's your last letter. The first letter was the capital U. The last letter is all the way down to the end by the period, E. Let's turn the page. Oh, that starts with an M, mother. There's the word mother. Now it matches the picture. Let's look at it. But the mother sees him too. Oh, he sees mother. Where do I start to read? I feel my side and I look down. First word, up. First letter, capital U. I wonder where my last word is. Let's find our last word. Up is our first word. Find our last word. Where do I go? Keep going. Where do I go? Last word. Remember, words have space between them. Mother is the last word. This is called an ellipsis, meaning more to come. It's not a period. We're not done with our sentence yet. But where would the last letter be on this page? Where do you think the last letter is on this page? Here's my first letter, capital U. Right there is the last letter, R. right? Because there's no more. We're going to turn the page. Oh, look at. They see each other, don't they? Let's find, where do we start? This time the print is not at the top. So we're going to take your finger down, find the side. First letter's A. Let's see what our last letter is. E. That's an exclamation point. It means say it loud. This is an exclamation point with that line and that dot. Period right there. It's a line and a dot. It's called an exclamation point. First word. Let's move over. Last word. We know it's by the ending mark. Okay. First letter on the page. Where's my last letter? Last letter next to that mark on the end. Very, very good, boys and girls. You are learning how to move through a book and what direction you should be going. Which way do you go? It's always that way. Point to the direction you go when we read. Very good. When we sweep, we go like this, but then we read again that way. Okay, we got to go back to the next line, and we always go in order. Top, keep going lower to the bottom. Okay, and we know when we stop, we see that mark. And that little mark tells you the letter in front of that little mark is the last letter on the page. All right, now let's repeat after Miss Mulligan. I can. Know what? Direction. To go in a book. Next time I read, I'm going to show you how I do it as I read. Have a good day, boys and girls. Love ya.